Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about the last sign, Pisces. With Pisces, I spent a little bit more time than with the other signs, even though a lot of things are pretty relatively straightforward with him. I put in an extra page that will show us how, very interestingly, Pisces encompasses a little bit of every one of the 12 signs. He's the last one, and as some astrologers would like to say, he's learned the lessons of each one. And I keep that towards the very end. For the most part, Pisces begins February 20th, not the way they have it here, February 19th. I think usually it's more likely like February 20th, and goes to March 20, approximately, depending on the hour you're born, depending on the geographical location you're born. It can vary a little bit. They have a strong imagination, they're very sensitive and compassionate. They can be very selfless, sympathetic, but they can also be very secretive, and they can be easily led and influenced. This is just a basic description of the sign. Pisces is known to be very sensitive and shy. Okay, so some of you may say, wait a minute, so is Scorpio, and so are some other signs. It's true, sensitivity does not belong only to Pisces. But Pisces is perhaps one of the most sensitive. Water signs are sensitive, and Pisces, of all the water signs, tends to be very sensitive. If you are a Pisces and not very sensitive, if you are a Pisces and you're not that sensitive, it could be because of your hour, which I'll talk a little bit at the very, very end about what the hour does. But sensitivity and shyness is very typical of them. However, with all their sensitivity and shyness, they can be very talkative and amusing. He's a good listener, very good listener. You have a problem, you want somebody to listen to you, and go to a Pisces, especially if you have troubles. Pisces can patiently listen to your troubles. His emotions are easily stirred up, and he can easily cry, easily, faster than almost any other sign. One of the most sentimental signs, who will show much sympathy and compassion for the weak and needy. Now there are other signs who would be charitable, be compassionate, but he's more than the rest of them. I did explain at one time that Leo, for example, is very charitable. But Leo does not do it out of compassion. Leo does it because he believes that this is the right thing to do. In other words, when he's giving the tzedakah, he's doing it for a different reason. He could be doing it because the halakha says so. Or he could be doing it because he feels very strongly about a cause. Pisces will give tzedakah because he feels, he's actually feeling in his heart for that poor woman in Tijuana who's carrying a little baby in the back of her, shoulder. Because of his sensitivity, criticism can easily scar him and cause him to drop out of whatever he is doing. Discourage him. Criticism very much hurts him. Especially if it's made by those who were close to him, those that he trusted. It can be very, very painful to them. Although he and Virgo will show compassion for the ill, Virgos are very good in being a nurse and helping out, in taking care of those who are ill. The difference between them in taking care of the ill will be that the Pisces will take the extra step of trying to understand the hearts of those who are burdened. He will actually take the time to listen to what the problems are, no matter how weird they may be. Pisces will not care so much about the individual who's ill, not emotionally stable. They will be able to handle very well, listen patiently to the problems. They can comfort the weak, even the ones that Virgo may feel are undeserving. Virgo is an earth sign. He may be a kapdan, somewhat he may be strict. He may say, no, I'm not taking care of this. He doesn't deserve it. They may say so. They may react so. Not a Pisces. Pisces will be compassionate and sympathetic, even though that individual does not deserve it. He has no prejudice whatsoever. And is very versatile. Versatile means flexible. We have certain signs that are not as flexible. Cancer is a water sign, he's not as flexible. Neither is Scorpio. Pisces of the water signs is the most flexible, very versatile. They are known to have strong precognitive powers and they sense or dream about something that will happen. Now this is true about any water sign almost. But I think, my feeling, based on what I've read and heard from others, Pisces could have the most powers. You know what precognitive means? Premonitions, psychic abilities. They can sense that something's about to happen. They dream a lot about it. And whatever they dream about, many times it happens. So if they tell you, don't drive tomorrow to work because they had a dream about it, you may want to listen to them. If you need a dime or a dollar or a large loan or just some encouragement, go to a Pisces. Now the Pisces may not like that I revealed this. But it's true. He is the one to go to if you want money right away, as long as he has the money. So whether it's money or encouragement, they can give it to you. You will not get a lecture or glances of superiority from them. He will not judge anyone negatively. He's very understanding and accommodating and will do whatever he can to help. They're very, very much interested in helping. He spends lots of energy helping relatives in trouble or taking on the burdens of friends, and in the process may not take good care of himself. This happens a lot. They really take on a lot. They take on the burdens of others. Sometimes, as a result of that, they not take care of themselves. But here I pointed out that they take care helping their relatives, which is good. They're sensitive, they're kind. If there's an uncle or a cousin or somebody that needs help, they will definitely do whatever they can. Because of their willingness to help, as I mentioned earlier, people take advantage of them. This happens only to maybe 2 or 3 signs, the most, that can easily fall for con artists, for people who take advantage. And Pisces, because he's vulnerable, sensitive, wants to help, so all the ingredients are there for the people who want to take advantage to come. You have a loan? Can you help me? You have some money? And what happens to the Pisces when he realizes that he made a big mistake? When they finally realize this, they can pretend to be indifferent. Now, Pisces is usually not indifferent. He's sensitive, understanding. But all of a sudden, he's being indifferent. Whenever a Pisces becomes indifferent, you know that this is to avoid being trampled on. He's already learned it the hard way. He's not a fool. But initially, people do take advantage of them. They allow people to lean on their shoulder, but they also need someone to lean on. That's what's interesting about Pisces. Very interesting that people actually lean on them. They, after all, encourage them, but they also very, very much, more than almost any other sign, need somebody to lean on. So if you feel that you have this need, and you are a different sign than Pisces, you may have Pisces in you. And that's why you want to lean on someone else. It could be the hour, it could be something else. They have humor and are masters of satire and can be practical jokers. Does everybody here know what a practical joker is? They have great imagination, can be very dreamy. You actually look at them sometimes, they're dreaming. It looks like they're dreaming. Many of them are artistic and enjoy music. Now you can have a musician in every sign, but there are certain signs that are very musical. One of them is Pisces, the other one is Taurus, the other one is Libra. Very much into music, very artistic, great painters, performers, composers. They like leisurely surroundings and cannot be confined too long to one place. They like the easy life, leisurely surroundings. Power of leadership, rank, and wealth holds little attraction to them. You don't see them necessarily trying to become the boss, the leaders. A typical Pisces, when I say typical, unless he has a Capricorn rising sign, and it's our, a typical one may say, I don't want to be a millionaire, but I definitely want to live like one. You see the difference? What's the difference? A Capricorn or a Leo, or the ones who have ambition, depending what their ambition is for, they want to reach a certain point in life. They want to get somewhere in life. It's not necessarily the money, it's the position, it's the accomplishment. Pisces are not really leaders. And therefore they're not looking for the wealth, they're not looking for the rank or position, but they definitely would like to live a good, easy life. And I wrote here that partially this stems from the fact that they don't care for too much responsibility either. They don't want to have all the responsibility of what it takes. If you see a rich Pisces, most likely he inherited the money. He didn't work for it. They definitely enjoy the easy, lazy life.